Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lenisha. I am a divination practitioner, spiritual life coach, holistic consultant, multifaceted advisor, gamer, healer. The list does go on. Right now I'm about to get started on a collective reading, so be sure to only take what resonates for you. Okay? The first song that came on is by Thomas Rhett. It's called Marry Me. I don't know if we're going to be getting into a love reading. Maybe. All right, we got the mountain meditation coming on. It's an hour long. It's a particular light language activation. This is by Chantress Siba. It says channeling to receive ancient wisdom. That could be very significant. Mountains, ancient wisdom, light language. These things most definitely could be significant. Doing breath work, deep breaths in, out, could be very significant. Okay. I'm trying to see what cards I want to use. Alright, cleansing the energy within and around me. Calling on my spirit team to assist me with this message, calling on to my highest self. Alright. Pray to receive accurate messages from the divine, the beings that work with us and not against us. I come in love and peace to gain this message for the collective. Cleansing this space and my energy, calling on my spirit team to protect my energy and surroundings. This message is protected. Any interference will not get through. Alright, Ashe. Okay, today is September 12th. It is currently 4:41 p.m. So angel number 144 could be very significant. Make sure you guys do double tap the screen if you are wanting to get a message. Alright, what what is the message for the individuals who are double tapping the screen, contributing to the live? All right, what is the message for them? Butterflies are very significant. February could be significant. What is messages for the collective? We got the winding or winding road. Winding. It says having a long way to go or taking many detours. This is a card that talks about many loves and complicated. You could have been somebody who had multiple romantic counterparts. Take the message how it resonates. Some of y'all, you probably had multiple counterparts at once, or some of you guys throughout your existence you've had like several partners, right? Maybe you've even been in situations that were complicated. And the other energy that's coming out with this is time heals. This is a card that talks about honest, mature, and reliable. It says be patient and give time a chance to work its magic. Okay? Don't rush into situations. Don't rush, because time heals. Certain things may not have worked out, but I do feel like with time and patience, something is going to come into fruition for you. And this most definitely could be talking about within your love life. I don't feel like this will be a situation that's going to be really complicated, and I don't feel like this is going to be a situation that you disconnect from. You know how sometimes you end up breaking up with people and you go your separate ways, and then you meet somebody else and it's a repeat? I don't feel like that's going to happen. Divine guidance can also be, you could be divinely guided. And then I had seen the Queen of Swords earlier. I could be talking to a person that's intellectual, a person that's very discerning. You have astute energy, possibly because you went through a lot of trials and tribulations in your life. Therefore, it's brought you wisdom, right? So maybe you've learned lessons within your romantic life, and you're being divinely guided at this time. I feel like you're attracting somebody who's honest, reliable, and mature, because you're honest, reliable, and mature. The back of the deck is the Ace of Swords. We have timeless elegance. It says you are always beautiful to someone who loves you. For those of you who are carrying those insecurities or those what ifs, you may not have attracted people who genuinely loved you. So maybe you've gained insecurities. Maybe you feel like something could be too good to be true. This is a card of confidence, real, and standards. So once again, I feel like you're attracting somebody who's going to genuinely love you. But with this energy coming out, I feel like you should be more confident. This is giving true love, real love, not something that's promiscuous, lustful, or whatever the case may be. You could be receiving some type of communication, new ideas or thoughts coming in, maybe some type of truth or clarity. And by all means, past, present, and future energy could be significant. Just take the messages how it resonates for you. This is a collective, it's not a personal. So if you would like to get a personal, I have $7 questions, $25 readings, and $50 readings. If you're interested in things other than divination, like advice or life coaching and everything like that, you can schedule a free consultation with me. I also have deals and sales for those who cannot afford my prices. Something is going to be unexpected. This says leap forward. This is reminding me of the Knight of Wands, because the image, it says seize the moment and let yourself be loved fully. This is a card of movement, speed, and progress. Sometimes you may be a bit hesitant, you may be a bit fearful, right? But trust in your intuition or your intellect when it comes to whomever this may be. Maybe some of you guys don't know this person yet. Maybe you haven't met them. Maybe some of you guys have met them. Take the messages how it resonates. Seize the moment and let yourself be loved fully. All right? Even if you want to make comparisons to certain situations. Because I know sometimes when we pay attention to the psychology of things, we can understand how some people may not be in the energy that we would like them to be. But you got to remember that when it comes to your relationships, you choose who you love. Sometimes divine beings attract low vibrational individuals, but sometimes we can be a little bit too hard on ourselves and other people for not showing up in a way that we possibly deserve. And if you feel like that, you don't have to lower your standards. You can just either wait for someone else or be single, you know? It's your choice. You choose who you love, right? The first person that comes in, you don't have to accept their offer. But I feel like you're going to love this person and they're going to love you. This is going to be something real and true. So, of course, flaws may be a thing, but not baggage. For some of y'all, maybe it's baggage. I don't know your life, but I'm just the messenger here, okay? Love blooms. Yeah, this is going to be a love that continues to grow. There's no finish line to growth. Therefore, there's no finish line to love, right? Or I don't think I'm saying these things right. There's no finish line to growth. I didn't mean to say therefore, because those don't align. But there's no finish line to growth, right? Which brings me to there's no limit to love. Love is love. Either they love you or they don't. And I feel like allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to love. Something is unfolding. I'm seeing something is possible, and I'm seeing something about beauty. Like, this is going to be something that's beautiful. Look, calmer waters. I'm telling you, this is going to be peace, serenity. This talks about quiet times and flowing. So maybe there had to be a period of I don't want to say stalemate, but just stillness. And it's funny how I'm saying this because that's literally not what this card is saying, but that's just what I'm getting though. It says getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind. Okay, so that's possibly why. So you could be going through this period of getting rid of upheaval, or maybe this is what's being orchestrated spiritually. Okay, I feel like you're going to be leaving drama behind. There's not going to be any gossip, rumors, especially within the relationship. You know how you can connect with somebody and they're masquerading as a friend or a lover, and they probably talk about you behind your back because you're low-key sleeping with the enemy, or whatever the case may be. But this is going to be somebody who you can trust, somebody who you're going to be ascending with. You're ascending. I'm seeing pregnancy, happiness, success, maybe even marriage, especially after a period of defeat, abuse, trauma. Okay, we got right timing. It says, have faith and wait until you find the right one. This is a card that talks about hold on, self-love, and soon. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Any more messages for those who are double tapping the screen? If you guys cannot stay long for this message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. If you're wanting to get on the list for a reading, live coaching session, anything like that, please let me know in the comments. If you click the link in my bio, you will see my YouTube, payment options, and other platforms. Do not forget to give me a follow because you may not ever see my face again after this live. If you are in this live, you may be able to pull some messages from it. So make sure you double tap the screen so I can pick up more on your energy. All right. Something about family, security, lump sum of money, friendships. Yeah. So I feel like this isn't just talking about romantic connections. This is also talking about platonic connections and relationships overall. Love overall, whether it's self-love, unconditional love, external love, therefore love from people outside of yourself, right? Friendships, romantic counterparts, family. Any more messages here for the collective? So yeah, do know that time heals. All right. Some of you guys, you may still be a bit traumatized, a bit hurt, but just continue to take that leap forward. I feel like you're headed towards calmer waters, and I feel like you're smart. Earlier, sometimes breath work, inner child healing, shadow work, chakra healing, all these things can really help. Practicing mindfulness, gratitude. These things, I know you probably hear it a lot, but they do help. And here's the Page of Wands again. So children, or maybe your childlike self, or maybe someone who's immature, could be very significant. Maybe you deal with a lot of individuals who were immature. They moved very quickly. They were very inexperienced when it came to love. If that's your energy, then take that for yourself. But the Page of Wands talks about enthusiasm. I feel like there's going to be a fresh start. And this is going to be something that brings enthusiasm. Maybe you're going to be physically starting on something new. Taking a different approach in a way that you probably never done before. Maybe you could be currently doing this. And then after that, I'm seeing divine partner. So I feel like things are getting orchestrated right now within your love life. Welcome in, you guys. This is a collective. If you would like to get messages from the collective, make sure you are double tapping the screen. Yeah, I'm seeing abundance. Ethereal could be very significant. And then this says ephemeral. I may be pronouncing that wrong. So it's spelled Ephemeral. It says having a brief affair or a rocky relationship. This card talks about short term and having fun. So like I said, apply past, present, and future by all means. But you could have experienced brief affairs or rocky relationships, or you could be currently in that type of situation. Maybe someone's just having fun. Maybe something is short term or will be short term, was short term. And like I said, for others of you guys, maybe this is just future energy. When you get future energy, be mindful that it doesn't have to be set in stone. Things can change. A lot of times you can just take precautionary measures, right? Because you don't want to keep going through stuff like this, because this is just going to lead to heartbreak, disappointment, whatever the case may be. But like I said, I feel like things are different, though. I feel like things are different this time around because of the wisdom that you now have. Something about your childhood or the past could be very significant. Maybe some of you guys are going to be reconciling with someone if you haven't already. I'm seeing confusion and illusion. Some of you guys are being encouraged to put aside differences and soar to the next level. This talks about ascend, devotion, and divine. Okay? Whether this is regarding family, friends, lovers, and by all means, I'm not here to project on you. So if you cut off your family and you don't want to talk to them, then this is not, you don't have to do that, right? But that's what I mean by take the messages how it resonates for you. If you don't want to reconnect with somebody from your past, then okay. For you, don't take that message, right? Yeah. If you did some type of ritual or spell or something, it's working. Especially if you had integrity when doing it. Some of you guys could be experiencing lack. Now, this could be in a way that's of prosperity, or it can be in a way that talks about love and relationships. Maybe you didn't get the energy you've given out, right? It wasn't reciprocated. Some things weren't genuine. There was a lot of giving, but not a lot of receiving. I'm just trying to survive the night and take my own advice and never love again. It says, attend to your bond with love and patience. Is anybody in this live connecting with someone from their past? You may have had a rocky situation, but maybe you're starting over with this person. Is anybody experiencing that? Because that's what I'm seeing for some of you guys, not all of you. It says, keep the spirit of play and fun alive to be closer. So if you are experiencing this type of connection, and I'm not talking about for those of you who are bumping your head and you don't even know it, so you may have a lesson to learn in the future by reconnecting with people who you know you need to let go. But maybe this is somebody who there's potential here, reconnecting with this person. Therefore, you're being encouraged to keep the spirit of play and fun alive to be closer. This is a card of flirty, graceful, and easy, right? For perfect moves. What is this game that they're playing? This looks like what is this? This says nurture growth. And then I'm also getting this energy like giving people their flowers, not going back into the past. You know how sometimes the past creeps back up on you and you start having these doubts and worries again? That's why some of you guys were being encouraged to focus on self-love, because a lot of times we give ourselves karma because we're not yet ready for something. Sometimes we try to move fast and be romantically involved before we're ready. But it says, attend to your bond with love and patience. This is a card of trust, support, and playful. Attend to your bond with love and patience. Maybe this is someone who you can trust, someone who's supportive, right? Maybe when you guys get around each other, you're being encouraged to be more playful, or maybe this is a playful connection, like you guys are in tune with your inner child when you're with each other. I lost my train of thought. I was going to mention something. Something about staring each other in the eyes. She's not staring him in the eyes. She's staring off into space, and he's just staring her right in the eyes. This is somebody who genuinely loves you, and this could be someone who you have kids with, or whether it was a miscarriage, a successful pregnancy, you just could have had kids with them, right? I'm seeing happy families. We got hidden desires on the back. Maybe that's why we're getting this mixed energy, because for some of you guys, maybe you're still searching for something more, or whatever the case may be. But I'm seeing secret, tempted, and affair. Be mindful of dishing out trauma. There's enough trauma going around in the world, honey. Be mindful to not dish out any more trauma. This card says there's someone else or a fantasy that's unfulfilled, right? Tell me more about this hidden desires. Sometimes your soulmate or the person that's meant for you could be right in your face. But sometimes there's just, you don't really see it, or you just want more. Sweet Home Alabama. That song could be very significant. All right, tell me more about this hidden desires energy for the collective. Somebody could be tempted, there could be an affair going on, or there could be some type of secret. Or there could simply be a fantasy that's unfulfilled. Maybe you dream of something, fantasize about something, but it's not being fulfilled. It's not coming true, or it hasn't manifested yet. Power play. Okay, yeah, so some of y'all, you got to take a chill pill. It says power play. Wanting to dominate or control the relationship. Be mindful of this. All right, it says making a good home life or settling down. This is a card of marriage and lasting love. I talked about that. The other energy for power play, when it talks about dominating or trying to control the relationship, this is a card of insecurity and influence, right? So maybe the energy that you carry is not even yours. That's why it's important to heal or to tend to your own shadows, because sometimes you're not operating in your authenticity. You're operating as your traumatized self, or the things that you may have seen as a kid or experienced from other partners, right? So be mindful of being in a soul mate connection but not still being tempted to connect with other people, or self-sabotaging in the relationship by trying to dominate or control a person or the relationship. Maybe you could have experienced this. Maybe people were wanting to dominate or control you or the relationship. Maybe you've had people who've put you in a third-party situation and had secrets because they were unfulfilled, and you know, whatever the case may be. And that's what brings us back to, remember the card that we talked about when it says real love, somebody will always see the beauty in you, or something like that? That's what I'm saying. So you won't have to worry about the things that you experienced with other people with this person. Just like how they won't have to worry about it with you. So I don't know if some of you guys are connected with like healthier individuals. I feel like you could be, but sometimes paying attention to the psychology of it all, right? Sometimes you could be connected with a person who still has daddy issues, right? Who's inexperienced within true love, or who felt neglected as a child, so they don't know how to give or receive love. Like, these things can exist in people who have potential. And I know we hear a lot about, oh, don't go based off potential because you're gonna get your feelings hurt and all these things. That's why I'm telling you, you have to trust in your own wisdom, and you have to go based on your truth, not another person's truth. The whole entire world is damn near running off projected belief systems. So sometimes you just gotta do what you want to do and connect with the people who you want to connect with. Cut off the people who you don't want around anymore, and just move on with your life gracefully and within like a serene, balanced way. Sometimes we get in the way of our own blessings, and we delay our own successes. That's why I like that saying, it's you versus you at the end of the day. And the saying of people just reflect back to you the things that you need to work on, or whatever the case may be, because it's literally true. Being in that energy can help you be more understanding. It can help you welcome in more like self-love and inner work, to the point to where you won't victimize yourself a lot, and you'll start taking accountability for how you attracted the people that you've attracted, and how connections appear in the way that they do. If this was the perfect world, everybody would be in their divine energy. But I do feel like there's a few people who may need to just work on themselves and heal, but they may not be a lost cause for some of you guys. Now, that's just your choice. Like I said, some of y'all, you can wait, because once again, you choose who you love. So you can wait and probably connect with someone different, or you can allow this connection a chance and just work on yourself and allow these individuals to work on themselves. Because when you're genuinely connected with somebody who actually cares about you and love you, because you know, sometimes when you get into spirituality, you think that people are going to be just as grand as you are in a connection. But some people, they don't know how to love for real. I feel like they do, but they never received it from their mother, their father, or whatever the case may be, right? It's not your job to heal them. It's not your job to parent them. Nope. But you can hold space for them, and you can allow them to be on their own individual journey as you are on yours. You can either go your separate ways, or you can choose to do this life thing together. But just be mindful of your own energy, because sometimes we're pointing the finger so much that we don't realize that we also create our own karma. Four of Pentacles on the back. It ties to budgeting. Maybe some of you guys could be holding back your love or your energy or your resources or whatever the case may be. And you probably could be soaking it all up for yourself. Or maybe you're encouraged to not be so overly giving, right? That's so nice of you, right? But at the end of the day, you may be giving a little bit too much to where you're not gaining anything back. Like, especially because you don't want to get disappointed. If you're connected with somebody who's still learning how to show up for you because they don't even know how to show up for themselves, I wouldn't be so quick to rush into it. I would just give things like maybe be platonic for a bit, because you may end up getting, this is not a for sure thing, it's may, keyword may get disappointed, especially if you're an emotional idealist and you're not as consciously aware of a lot of things and you have these lessons to learn, right? Ooh. Look, 8 of Cups, confirmation. That's how you end up releasing people and disconnecting emotionally and detaching and all these things, because, and sometimes when you leave people, it's a good thing. But sometimes you could disconnect from other people who, like, there literally could have been potential there. But I feel like due to us in our own free will and lack of consciousness, we rush into things. We may not look at things from a higher perspective, or, you know, whatever the case may be. We're not as connected to our intuition, our own truth, right? It says graceful dance. Lift each other during both high and low times. Praise each other, be nice to each other. Even if you guys are at your best and at your lowest, like, regardless, right? This is a card that talks about inspire, hold, and footing. Sometimes you don't realize how much of an impact you can have on someone's life based on your energy and the words that you say. But it holds a lot of weight, especially to people who are close to you. It really don't even have to be people that are close to you, right? Because I can give a message and it could change somebody's life and they're like, oh my gosh, I thank you so much, right? Gratitude. But I'm telling you, it's just something about the person that you're connected with, especially who you're really close with, in a romantic way. But it doesn't have to just be romance. If you guys are wanting to get a message from this collective, make sure you are double tapping the screen so I can pull more on your energy, get some messages for you. Hey, honey bun, how are you? Yep, we got surrender, healing, romance, and time. And passion. Alright, so it says Cupid's arrow strikes. So maybe you already feel this way about someone, or you will in the future. Remember we talked about time? It says you are trying too hard. Give it time. Take that how it resonates for you. We may interpret these messages differently to place in our lives because we're all autonomous beings going through different things. But we still can resonate with this one collective, right? Just take it how it resonates for you and leave the message for somebody else if it doesn't resonate for you. All right? We have surrender. Remember we talked about having a lot of romantic counterparts in this lifetime? When I look at this image and I see these hearts, it just reminds me of that message that we talked about. So many different people touched your body and you touched their hearts. You may not have been able to get through a lot of people because, and that has nothing to do with your worth and value, but just how open or closed off someone is. And I feel like you've been hurt a lot. You need to do cord cuttings from all of these people. You need to heal. You need to go in the water. All right, this says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. That's what I'm saying. Release those old past relationships, because you know the relationships that you've experienced may also have a lot to do with how you show up in your relationships today. Maybe you're more fearful. Maybe you're more doubtful. Maybe you used to believe in true love and the knight in shining armor, and then it went to, I don't know about all that anymore, right? So surrender the old, whether it's the pain, the experiences. Go back to a time to where these things didn't exist, right? Just similar to like your belief systems. Go back to a time before other people projected their beliefs on you. And this is possibly back when you were a kid, because I know some of y'all probably grew up religious, so you probably started getting projected on early. So that's what I'm saying, for a lot of you guys, this is during childhood times. You and this person could have been new together. All right, this says healing. I think y'all heal each other, but you also have to do your own healing. It says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So yeah, some of y'all, your relationship needs healing. So that's like a lot of things that certain people do. They like to imagine things in this huge white light, or whatever kind of light you want to imagine. So it's imagination and it's a feeling, because then you're going to feel your relationship being healed with your imagination. So that could be very significant. Maybe you can wear certain accessories that signify, well, I can't think of the word that I want to use. You see this on their head. The third eye chakra could be significant, or certain jewelry, whether it's crystals, just something that signifies like who you are, your essence, spiritually. It's given high priest, empress, like those type of labels, divine feminine. Now, once again, for those of you who feel like, oh, is she talking about Joshua, the person who cheated on me several times, gave me that disease, and da da. We're not talking about him. We're not talking about him. Okay? Sometimes you can enter relationships that may not be the best because of your energy and their energy, but I'm not talking about those other connections that people deliberately harmed you, didn't care about you, didn't love you. You know what I'm saying? If you're wanting to get a message from the collective, make sure you are double tapping the screen. If you don't follow me, make sure you give me a follow, because you may never see my face again. And if you would like to get on the list for a life coaching session, reading, question, anything like that, let me know in the comments. Currently, nobody is on the list. If you would like to check out my reviews, it is on my website. Payment options are also attached to the link above. All right. Any more messages here for the collective? You and this person could be transforming. See that white dove? On the back, we have power. And I love how I'm about to read this, because that's what I'm getting. It's like, you will know. Like, sometimes people will look at you in your relationship like, or if you go based off of what happened in your relationship with a certain person, some people will probably be like, oh, you may want to cut them off, or oh, da da da. But you instinctively know. That's what we're about to read. That's why I'm saying, for some of these people who treated you so poorly, so horrible, we're not talking about them. But for people who literally have the potential, genuinely loved you, but they probably just didn't know how to love because they didn't receive it or something like that, then I guess we can give them a break, okay? We can give them a little break. It says, you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. If it doesn't serve you, if you feel like it's out of alignment, if you feel like, you know what, I changed my mind, you're not as healed enough for me, I'm not as healed enough for you, or maybe I just want something different and something new. I love you, but I'm gonna move forward. It's your choice. Once again, you choose who you love. All right. Confirmation that only time will tell. That's why we talked about time. Some things don't happen overnight. Only time will tell. For those of you who want to know, is this person for me? Da da da. You have to get a personal reading. But for some of you guys, only time will tell. But once again, you instinctively know. Sometimes logic and everything won't do it. You instinctively know. Trust your instincts. It says secret admirer. Some of you guys could have one or more people who has a crush on you, who's secretly admiring you. Maybe it could be someone who you also have an eye for. It doesn't have to be though. It says someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So somebody could be downplaying how much they like you or love you. They have deeper feelings for you than they are telling you or giving off or letting on. That can be unintentionally or purposely, right? It all depends. This says, look inside yourself. It says, examine what is causing you to feel this way. I'm sure you will know how to take this message when it comes up. If some of y'all are confused, like, huh? Wait a minute. Then don't worry about it, honey. Just leave it for somebody else. But for others of you who know that you have a certain feeling, like doubt, worry, fear, whatever the case may be, look inside yourself, okay? Introspection, shadow work, whatever. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Maybe it's those old relationships. Maybe it's because when you first connected with this person, they didn't show up how you thought they would. Like, it could be anything, right? I told you butterflies were significant. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. I don't have to elaborate too much on these things because, like I said, for some of you guys, you're called to let people go. For others of you guys, you're wanting to give something another chance, but you know that you're going to try a different approach this time. You're going to allow somebody to heal. You're going to heal yourself, right? Different strokes for different folks. It's your prerogative. Take what resonates. So deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. We're going to get a little bit more confirmation on that for those of you who may be a little confused. Confirm this deep in your heart. You already know the answer. Do what feels right. What is that referring to? On the back, we have new beginning. On the front, friendship. And the card that came out, wait. Do not rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. All right? So some of you guys, maybe deep down, you feel like you should wait. And that's your confirmation. If that what feels right to you, then wait. I'm sure this person would still be around, just like you will still be around. Okay? Maybe just try being platonic. Remember we talked about that earlier. It says, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Yep, because then maybe you can start feeling more safer. This person can feel safer. Y'all can reveal your truest selves to one another without feeling insecure and ashamed, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you'll even love each other a lot more. And remember, there's no limit to love. Love is love, right? You can't, oh, I love you a little bit. So when I say that, I mean, it'll just, remember we talked about growing. It'll just continue to grow and grow and get, you know, maybe you'll be more connected with each other. Yeah. New beginning. Oh, here's the dove. The dove came out. It says, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to embrace? What is it that you, what are your dreams? What are your passions? Because I'm seeing a new adventure awaits. Now, this can tie to love relationships, or this can just tie to your life overall. There is a new beginning. Yep, there go that passion at the back. Maybe it's time for you to take a break within romantic love, because you've been through so much within love. And I feel like things still need a bit of time, you know? Like maybe the person who you have your eye on and who has their eye on you, maybe they need more time, right? And that's fine, because then you can use this moment to discover who you are and be on your individual journey. I feel like the connection will possibly be less disappointing and possibly reach where you want it to reach when you take your time, especially if you know, like you're intuitively feeling like maybe we should take our time. All right, look, reflection. It says, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, you don't have to be in each other face 25/8 every single day. Okay, give each other a breather. You don't have to be on the phone all day, texting all day. Like, just exist as your one self, and then I'm telling you, eventually you guys will get back into alignment. But I feel like you're aligned, but I just feel like you're being encouraged to like heal and give the connection time. Maybe some of you guys can explore yourself, new things, new territory, whether this is new people. And it doesn't just have to be romantically, because remember, you need a break romantically, okay? So maybe balancing out these things within friendships, within romantic situations, within yourself. Balance it. It says, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. This is so funny how this card is coming out, because I felt like that I didn't love a person as much as I did before. Like I probably fell out of love with them, but in actuality, I still had the same amount of love that I had for them. It was just resentment was in the way. So I was very mean and cold-hearted towards them, because of, you know, like me being hurt or whatever by them, right? So I like that card. For those of you who can relate to this, if you don't relate to it, don't take it. But it is important right now to take a step back and spend time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Because I feel like you've been giving and giving and giving to everybody else but you, right? Like I said, y'all have had relationship after relationship. You've always been around people. You never really knew what self-love was or this, and that until you probably became an adult, right? So it's like this will be justice for you to really get to know yourself and to experience yourself. You've been giving yourself to the world and to everybody. Now it's time to be selfish and give yourself to you. We got transformation. It says your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That's why love is very powerful. You and this person can overcome anything, and you have overcome a lot. This is for some of you guys. Yeah, so, and I was gonna say that something within the relationship and both of you guys could be transforming, because in one of the images I seen two people and there was a snake that like circled around them. And when I think of snakes, I think of like transformation and like other stuff like that. So confirmation, your relationship with one another is about to deepen, and you guys are currently experiencing a transformation individually and together. For those of you who resonate with this message, it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Love that. Some of you guys should go hug a tree. The yin and yang symbol could be significant. Stars, hearts, the infinity symbol. What is that? Is it called an Ankh? A-N-K-H? I'm not sure. But that symbol, it's not a cross. It has the circle at the top. Some people use it. Some spiritual people use that. Oh, okay. Thank you. It says, so that is significant. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Okay, then the card that I was looking at, which is this one that has all of those symbols in the tree, something about carving something in a tree or whatever could be significant. It says, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. That's what I'm saying. Now, I've been trying to dodge this, but I guess I'll go ahead and read it. This is sexual union. It says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And some people look at this as low vibrational and, oh, keep your sexual energy to yourself and like these things. That's why different strokes for different folks. Just take it how it resonates for you. If you don't believe in this sex, okay, then oh cool. We're gonna say something to somebody else. Some of you guys, when you connect with this person in this way, maybe this brings you closer. Maybe you feel more connected. Thank you. Welcome to the team. Okay. All right, any last messages from this deck for the collective? It says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. The color yellow is very significant. This is the card of balance. It says, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Take it how it resonates. I'm not here to project on you, just reading the messages. All right. Any last messages here for the collective? Any last messages here for the collective? All right. Of course, there's many more messages to give, but I'm going to just keep it at this one. I think I read this one already. Yeah, I did. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. So maybe when I read this the first time, for some of y'all, it went right over your head like a compliment, okay? You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. What's up, little baby? Oh. No? Okay. All right. If you guys are wanting to get a message out of the collective, make sure you are double tapping the screen so that I can pick up on your energy to get you some resonating messages. Be sure that you only take what resonates. This is a collective. It's not a personal reading. It will also be uploaded to my YouTube just in case you want to come right back to it and just in case you didn't get to see the whole message. All right. I appreciate you guys for double tapping the screen, the follows, and the gifts. If you have anybody that's interested in tarot, or if they receive readings, maybe you can share this live out to them. Alright. If you also want to leave your review on my website from receiving collectives, or if you ever gotten a personal done by me, you can click the link in my bio and go to my website. Just scroll down to the comment area and you can leave your review there if you would like to. It helps other people get intel on my services. Some of you guys can also resonate with some of the readings that I've done in the past, even readings that I've done over a year ago. Because this very frequency that I'm hearing, I recall it being on a very old video that I've done. So for some of you guys, you most definitely could resonate. All right. As I said earlier, some of you guys may be receiving some type of communication from a specific person that came out in the reading. Maybe a secret admirer, maybe family, friends, or something like that. If you also are a person that gets on live, certain people could start coming across your live that you know, whether you still connect with them or not. Some of you guys, this is people who you don't really connect with anymore, who you probably haven't talked to. All right, any more messages for the collective? Beyond compare. It says comparing new partners to past experiences. Remember we talked about that? This card talks about better times and a fresh take. It also came out in the reverse. Okay, sometimes when cards come out in the reverse, you can read it in its opposite. You can read it in instead of in its exact form, you can read it in the opposite way. or in a more darker, like shadow aspect, right? Sometimes you can just still take the message in its upright position. It just depends on how you read messages, right? What you're called to do or not. Now let's see. Any more messages here for the collective? The Knight of Swords is coming out in transition, right along with the Four of Wands. On the back of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. Be mindful of haste when it comes to community. Especially hasteful thinking, thoughts, or communication. Because there may be some type of confusion or indecision that still surfaces your energy. I feel like balance needs to be restored within something, or healing, rejuvenation. Yeah, maybe some type of healing for sure, rest. Yeah. Sagittarius energy is significant. And Sagittarius can usually tie to expansive and trendsetter, amongst other things. All right. All right, any more messages? We got the Moon. This talks about intuition, the subconscious, hidden things, or a hidden path, mystery, illusion. So this is the major event that's happening within your life at the moment. You could be going down a path that may be filled with mystery. This could be within your love and relationships or your life overall. Tell me more about the Moon energy. Libra energy, Gemini energy could be very significant. It says, put aside differences and soar to the next level. We read this card earlier, so this is confirming the Moon. On the back of the deck, we got in depth. It says connecting on a deeper level or complex feelings. This talks about heartfelt energy and convoluted. I'm not sure, but it's spelled C-O-N-V-O-L-U-T-E-D. On the, it says open chapter, it says there are still pages to write, so make them great. This talks about revisit, enjoy, and keep going. Now, take it how it resonates. You don't have to just tie it to a person or whatever. But for some of you guys, once again, you can apply these things within love and relationships or life overall. Okay? But yeah, it's pretty much what I'm seeing for you guys. I think I just came across the Empress. So Taurus energy would be significant. Taurus can tie to sensual and grounded, amongst other things. Right? Middle finger to my exes. Are you just jealous? But yeah, I haven't noticed that I ain't need no man to tell me. The food. There go that 10 of Pentacles on the back. Still, honey. Earth sign energy could be significant. Earth energy can tie to duty, security, and pragmatic, amongst other things. I'm just trying to survive the night and take my own advice and never love again. Perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious ways. Remember that dreams do come true. I'm seeing freedom, guilt, burning desire, material attachment. Welcome in. All right, angel number 111 could be very significant for this collective, and Sunday could be very significant. The first 1111 00. So we're gonna get some messages from your spirit guides. We're gonna get some angel numbers and a time frame, and I think that'll be the end of the collective. I'm just trying to survive now and take my money first and never look again. Alright. Okay, I'm going to cleanse the energy really quick. Confirmation to cleanse your energy, honey. Whether it's meditation, getting grounded, whether it's literally purging and cleansing. I'm just trying to survive the night. A lot of you guys could have eyes on you. Remember that the reading that we did, it could tie to past people and it also can tie to new people. Somebody wants you. Do you want them though? I'm just trying to survive the night and take my advice and never love again. I love you. You just take advantage cause you know I don't. I can't wait until I'm strong enough to walk away. Alright. We got Glorilla. Hold on. You must not know what you just started. Alright, let's get some messages from your spirit team and stuff. Okay. She said he want chance after chance after chance. Nigga, no. No. Period. Any more messages for the collective? Any messages? That's what I'm saying. The first day or the first week of something. Knock out all your 32s. All right. Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your light. That's a message from your spiritual team. Another message from your spiritual team is sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. Okay? And a time frame or whatever the case may be could be one day, between a day and a week. All right? Maybe even the first day or the first week of a month could be very significant. This says it is almost going too fast. It is almost going too fast. Take that how it resonates for you. Can I get to know you, babe? This song is by Doja Cat. It's called Down Low. It's 5:54 p.m. Angel number 555 could be significant. They got that 111 again. All right, any more messages here for the collective? 888. As you know, many messages are gonna be wanting to come out, but we not gonna pull too many, okay? Angel number 3 is also significant. So I feel like something is coming together, or you're being encouraged to create if you haven't already. Indulge in your passions. All right, any more messages here for the collective? So can I get to know you, babe? Show your face, see the thing. Friday could be significant. Today is Friday. There go that Sagittarius energy we talked about earlier. All right, another message from your spiritual team is instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. All right. Angel number 9 be significant. Can I get to know you, babe? This says 23.11/2112. These angel numbers or dates could be very significant. Maybe November 23rd through December 21st, which is possibly Sagittarian energy. All right. But another time frame we got other than 1 day to 1 week is 9 weeks to 9 months. And it says find a new meaning. The last time frame we have coming out, angel number 6 could be significant. We got 169. Maybe you can add these numbers together. I think that's what, 17, 19, 16, 7. Angel number 7 could be significant. All right, it says finalize something. Just let go. All right, and the angel number, the only angel number other than the ones that I've named, but actually from the angel number deck came out was angel number 31. If you add this together, you can get the number 4. All right, it says, thank you. Welcome in. It says your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas and you have the organizational skills to manifest them to life. All right. An affirmation you can say is, I am disciplined, especially to embody this energy more. Don't mess. All right, the other song we have coming on is by Gunna. It's called Met Gala. This is the chopped and screwed version posted by DJ Juice DA55. Okay. Two is significant. 999. 111. 1111. All right. 2 days or 2 weeks is significant. It says it is progressing well now. All right, for some of you guys who resonate with this, it says you are feeling, this is a message from your spiritual team. If you want to get this deck for yourself, it's called Spirit Messages Oracle Cards. All right, it says you are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory. Why is it so wordy? You are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want your life to take. All right, that is the message that I am seeing for you guys. So going back to the love situation, right? For those of you, if you want to wait around for this person, for them to heal and grow, and you just focus on yourself, heal and grow, then you can do that. However, if you want to decide to just be friends with them or leave them in the past, then that's another option. For others of you guys, if you want to move on to something new, explore your options, not put all your eggs in one basket, that's another option. All right, but that's the message that I have for you guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you and your energy. All right, thank you once again for double tapping the screen. If you guys would like to get on the list is open. If I'm no longer on live by the time you want to get on the list, you can always message me and we can get a private reading started for you, or I can just get back on live if you would like a live reading. I only have this account, and I have one more account just in case this account gets banned or anything like that. So this account is Lenisha with 2 A's. So my other account would be Lee.Nisha with 2 A's, I believe. I think I have it in my link. I probably have it in my link. So just be mindful of scammers and everything like that. 444. Trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. Affirmation, I am protected. The other song we have coming on is by Bryant Barnes. It's called Don't Want a Love Song. All right. 777. Be true to yourself in all ways. This is a message from your spiritual team. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. All right. F the naysayers and the people who make you feel insecure. That's why you gotta, heal. All right, you guys. Thank you again for joining in. Make sure you give me a follow or you'll never see my face again. If you want to get on the list, just let me know before I end the live, because I'm about to currently end it. All right, I will see you in the next video. I may go live on my other account sometime today. I'm not sure. Thank you for the follow, honey bun. But I return the collective's energy back to them, and I release my energy back to me with the same energy that I've given out, which is, of course, of unconditional love, integrity, and all things grand. All right, I will see you guys in the next video, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your lifetime. Stay safe and dangerous. I love you, but make sure you love yourself. Bye.